Welcome back to Palmetto Zoo. My name is Wix, and today we are building a nocturnal house facade and checking out the interior, where we will have 5 to 6 different animals. So lots of cool things happening in this episode, so let's check it out. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Palmetto Zoo. It's a very interesting and cool episode today, because today we are building our nocturnal house for Palmetto Zoo. This is the house that I've been wanting to build for a long time, and we can finally get it done here. The whole purpose of this build is that it's not gonna be 100% finished today, though we get a full interior walkthrough that Mr. Oticus has made for me, and he will join me in the video later on. But today we are focusing on kind of like the Cuban kind of architecture in Palmetto Zoo, and I really love how this building is gonna shine and like be part of Palmetto Zoo here. The whole vibe and architecture was something I wanted to try alongside with many other things. And I feel like, as I say, the Palmetto Zoo is based in Florida, and I felt like we needed some things surrounding that, you know. So I feel like building some Cuban architecture really does the job here. And I just kind of went with it and just kind of got inspired by what's around me here in Florida, and eventually build this thing here. And I'm super happy for how the windows and just how everything works together nicely. And yeah, it's just dope, honestly. This will be the second to last video of Palmetto Zoo. Yes, we are getting very close, and I'm going to do some more things off camera, some habitats, finishing up the reptile house, and then when that is done, I will give you guys another tour as well. Like, I feel like everywhere I go in Florida, Cuban architecture has a striking presence, particularly in Tampa. Thanks to the long historical ties between Cuba and United States, Cuban immigrants brought their cultural and architectural traditions with, shaping Florida's urban landscape in lasting ways. And it's super cool. And you also notice Cuban-inspired homes in Florida often has like pastel colors, pink, yellow, blue, which are not visually appealing but are practical, helping reflect the heat of the sun. But it's not just about the aesthetics. Cuban architecture represents a deep cultural exchange and the resilience of the Cuban community. Its impact on Florida's urban fabric continues to a testament to the close ties between the two regions. And that's also why I want to incorporate the Cuban architecture in here. And as you can see here in the background, I'm slowly starting to add a few things here and there. Some of the curves here and some of the bended windows that I really want to have a nice look here to the building. And I'm also kind of like having this super red on the color here, but I feel like it really lights up the building with that awesome red color to this guy here. So yeah, everything pretty much on this build will be custom made, as you can see here. The windows, the walls, to the window, to the wall. No, so yeah, even the trims and even the framework inside of it. So I really went all in with this build here, and I gotta say I'm really happy for how this facade turned out to look. Actually way better than I felt like the entrance turned out. And especially, as I say, with this super red color, it really adds to the whole building, to the whole vibe. And I am a big fan of that, and I think it's gonna look super cool to have that placed in the middle of Palmetto Zoo. And yeah, you can see we do a little bit more trim work here to kind of like get that more reddish color appealing. And yeah, I'm just super happy for the whole vibe of this. As you can see, we're slowly adding more and more to it. And the build itself is going to be a facade build, as I told you guys. So there's not a lot of much else after this, besides us taking a tour in the nocturnal house. And I can tell you guys, it is quite amazing. So stay for that if you want to see how it looks inside, because it is amazing. But yeah, we're kind of like almost done with the kind of facade-ish of the build here. As you can see, we're just kind of trimming it more in and getting this red color to pop out more. And this architectural building here really works well. And it's a good mix between what we have in Palmetto zoo. We are gonna have, for example, fennec fox in here. We're gonna have the fossa. We're gonna have of course, the one and only animal in here that are kind of, a lot of people see them on trips. I even experienced it myself. Of course, armadillos as well. And everything in there is just so realistic looking, and Otakis did an amazing job. But yeah, you guys should stay for that later. So I'm gonna add an extra trim here because it's very important to get this high up. I want this to be a little peak inside Palmetto Zoo so everyone can kind of see it no matter where they are. And I feel like it really does that with this custom made top I'm doing here with the bamboo pieces. Nice old trick. But yeah, that really adds to it, as you can see. And then afterwards a little pointy bit on top there, and then we're just kind of doing a little bit more detailing here and there. Also in the middle of this cylinder tower here, we're gonna add a few windows as well, and it really adds to the building. You might see some things in the background that are missing, but that's because that this build was made like almost 2 months ago, like the facade itself, and Otakis just finished off the interior of the Nocturnal house like the last week or so. So yeah, that's why you might be seeing a few things missing from the back of this footage, but do not worry, it is not gone. It's just an older file I'm building in, and we will go into the newer file when we are done with this speed build. But going back to the Nocturnal house, I've always wanted to have one in Palmetto Zoo, or just have one in general in Planet Zoo for whatever project. But Otakis have been very good at making realistic stuff, and he always wanted to do one. So we made a deal that I built a facade and he did the interior. And there's just so much fun about a Nocturnal house. I love going inside one and just check and feel the vibe and find the animals, and it's just awesome. Like, Nocturnal houses in zoos are specifically designed environments, you know, that reverse the natural day and night cycle for nocturnal animals, allowing visitors to observe them when they're most active. These houses should simulate nighttime conditions during the zoo hours by using low light settings and controlling the amount of daylight exposure that these animals will receive. And they're important because first, they provide a unique and educational experience for the visitors. Many nocturnal animals like owls, bats, and certain reptiles are rarely seen in regular exhibits because they tend to hide or rest during the day. At least that's the vibe I've gotten when I'm out about in zoos and I get to see these. If you're altering the light cycle, zoos give guests the chance to see these animals in action, hunting, foraging, or simply being active, which they otherwise wouldn't see in the daily life. From an animal welfare perspective, like, nocturnal houses are beneficial because they create a habitat that closely mimics, you know, the animal's natural environment. Many nocturnal species are more comfortable in low light conditions, and a nocturnal house allows them to kind of maintain their natural behaviors without disruption. These buildings are also typically included, you know, controlled temperature, humidity, settings to stimulate the animal's native climates, which is crucial for their well-being. Otakis did an amazing job getting all this integrated into the Nocturnal house here. I am a big fan of it, and you guys are gonna absolutely love what he did. Some zoos also have nocturnal houses that replicate tropical rainforest or desert environments with specialized plants or enclosures that allow animals to exhibit natural behaviors like burrowing, climbing, flying. In this case, we went in and we chose some animals that I wanted to have in Palmetto Zoo that were kind of like in the whole nighttime nocturnal vibe. So as I mentioned, the fennec fox, the fossa, we got some reptiles, some spider, a frog, the kiwis, armadillos. Yeah, we really tried to get everything that was important, and also get some more Florida wildlife as the armadillo, and then a little bit of different else. I'm saving some for some surprises for you, so you have a little bit extra to see in it. Otakis' way to do this was also to keep the theming very minimum and bare and realistic. So after the facade is kind of done, as you can see here more or less, I am just going outside and adding a little bit of flowers and just a little bit of greenery, a little bit of foliage, a little bit of clutter, just to get everything kind of worked around this entrance here, because that is the more important part of this build. As I said, there will be a little bit of stuff for me to do, but I will eventually show you guys the rest of the build when we get further into the series, which is almost about to be at the end game. For each build and for each video, we are definitely getting closer to the end game, as I said, second to last video here. And yeah, I'm very proud of this little facade we did for the Nocturnal house. But without further ado, let's go in and meet Oticus and let him show us around the Nocturnal house. All right, we are back into the game here now after you've seen me build this Nocturnal house. But now I am not alone. I got Mr. Oticus with me today. Hello, sir.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello. It's this is the first time you and me are talking. I think voice-wise. Otherwise, we've mainly just been DMing, and we've been watching a lot of my streams and stuff. So yeah.
Well, good to be on the show.
Yes, welcome, man. You've always been super well to do realistic stuff. If people do not know Oticus, he is very good at the realism and being on point with that. So I felt like he was the one, as I mentioned to you guys in the videos before, that we're making the interior, and now it is actually done. So without further ado, guys, I think we should just check out the Nocturnal house here. And me and Oticus, we were talking a little bit about what animals and stuff we wanted in here, and we came to a good conclusion here, and we will not tell anyone about the animals until you guys can kind of see them. So Oticus, tell me, do you want to go in night or day?
Well, it's a nocturnal house, so you should be in there at nighttime.
Yes, let's go in nighttime here then. Whoop,
yeah,
whoop, whoop.
You can always change to daylight after the tour.
Yes, okay. So as you can see, we are still missing this little part here. This is me that's gonna add something here. But let's go in and... Damn, man. This... Just the opening shot here, like with the generic realistic scenery here, like very contemporary and stuff, and your ceiling work already now. This is exactly why I wanted you to do this. This is... Wow. Very nice, man.
Nocturnal house ever. Never built one before.
Oh, this is your first?
Yeah, never done a nocturnal house.
Well, you completely nailed it. Completely nailed the vibe. This is exactly how I wanted it, and you did it good. So good, man. So we decided to add in some armadillos, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
There are, when in real zoos, there are, you have male and female separated.
Okay.
So there should be only one armadillo in.
Okay, awesome. I did not know that. That's fun.
They only put two animals together when they want to mate.
Oh, of course.
Afterwards, they are separated again.
All right, man. This is really neat. And then we can go kind of like go under here real quick. We're inside the backstage here. Wow, this is amazing. Yeah, so realistic, and I love that you just kind of like just kept it clean here, because it's just gonna end up taking some frames and stuff anyways. So
yeah, and I have to guess backstages, because this seems logical that there would be some backstage where you can separate the animals from the enclosure.
Yes.
But I don't know how they look in real life.
That's awesome, man. I don't really get to... Maybe the pangolin, or pangolin, I say, the armadillo, maybe it's taken to the veterinarian or something. Anyways, I do love, and I especially love this little extra peek you got here, the window. That's really neat. So like, this is where they were gonna go up and sleep, and you'll get like a more closer look at them.
I think I put in one-way glass. So if the animals go in there for sleeping or something, then the visitors are still able to see them.
Man, that is great, man. You really think about these things when you plan it out. That's really awesome. We got what do we got in here? Centipede. Nice. I see one right there. That's cool. I love that you.
Animals, according
Yes.
to a list we have found. I
Yep.
think it was on Reddit, but I'm not sure.
That's great, man. Spider. Yeah. I'm so loving this. This is amazing. And I love the little wall piece you got here, like as a little decorative piece. That's awesome as well.
Otherwise those walls would feel really blank. So
Yes. I hear you. I hear you. Wow, so we got the fossa here, right? Yeah, that's.
I'm trying to do a little bit of theming inside the habitat, but not too much.
I see that. I see that you kept it. You kept it very simple in that way of like just having the proper tools and stuff in there. That's really awesome. Wow.
And you see a small piece of a temple on the right there, and it
Yes.
will continue into the next habitat. So it looks like one temple piece.
That is great, man. I love the lighting you also have in here, and just all the pipes in the ceiling just following each other. That's awesome. Got some backstage stores here. We always know what's in those when it's an Oedicus build. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Aw, got a little fox there. Look at him. Cutie. Yeah, again.
One of the months,
Yep. Yep. I love it. It's getting out here. Oh, he's lying right there, actually. I didn't see him before. There he is. Sweet little guy. Yeah, you definitely nailed this, man. You hit it out of the park. This is really impressive work, especially when it's so realistic. Like, and there we have the other cat. Wow. Yeah, this is nice, and as you said, the combination of the temples going in both the habitats. That's a really clever way to do minimal theming, you know.
Yeah, it looks like one habitat, but it's actually two.
Yes. And I love that you actually added it in here, and like all the guests are walking around in here too. It just feels so nice in here. Really love it. And again, the basic theming you got going on, it's not like too much. It's just perfect for Palmetto. I really dig that. That's
don't decorate a nocturnal house too much because it's dark, so people won't see it.
Yeah.
So I guess if you're a zoo owner, you don't want to spend too much money on decoration inside.
Yeah, exactly. I totally get that. Smart thinking as well. And when you say it, like, yeah, because I noticed that myself, especially when I go to Zoo Tampa, like the Nocturnal House, and also Copenhagen Zoo for that matter. It's always like dark, so the theming is not that much. But you kept it for like the basic needs of it, and I think that's awesome. Oh, we got kiwis. I forgot we had these in here. That's awesome. This habitat too. And again, with the extra display sleeping thing, it's really cool. Man, dude, you
a little surfboard for decoration there.
You went completely ham here. That's so cool. And then at the middle here we have the fennec, right? The fox.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one we just saw sleeping.
Yeah, that's one thing I would love if they added in Planet Zoo 2, if there is a Planet Zoo 2, that you get different types of mulch.
Yes.
So now I've tried to make sand with the decals, but I didn't want to use too much decals to fit the whole floor because maybe a few hundred pieces.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, I like the idea you did here though. That's awesome. Man, you were the right person for the job, man. Like I knew you would totally nail this from what we've seen on Blueprint Bonanzas and streams and stuff. Like, let me go out of cam here. As you can see, this is the building. This is like how big it turned out, and this is the facade you saw me build. So in general, like this is awesome looking, and this is gonna add so much to Palmetto, and this means that we can kind of complete. What now?
The roof is one piece, so you can move it.
Oh, so we can move it just for 1 sec to see the overview?
Can you see the whole interior?
Oh, let's do that. Oh, wow. How pretty is that? Yeah, that is great. And you get to see all the backstage stuff behind as well. I love that. Yeah, man. You know your stuff. That is 100%. That is, yeah, you're very talented. I'm really happy you wanted to contribute to my zoo here for Palmetto. It's a long, yeah, man. That was a long time coming, because I remember I asked you a few months back, and then we finally found something to do and stuff. So
yeah, it took some time to build with other stuff happening on your side and on my side. So, but we're finally here.
Yes, we are, and you, yeah, you should be proud. I love it, guys. Let us know in the comments below which part of the Nocturnal house you like the most. And Oticus, again, thank you so much for doing this. This is really cool, and yeah, I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And yeah, and thanks for joining me today for this little recording. It was nice talking to you.
Same to you.
Hell yeah, man. So here's some cinematics, guys, and like the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.